Hey everybody, it's Luke from Galaxy Tech Review, and today we've got a dash cam from Papago. This is the GoSafe 118. This is a 720p mini dash cam. You can check this guy out on Amazon for $84. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can check that out. I'll also leave a link for Papago where you can check out all the other products they have. They have many other dash cams as well. Their website, which will be in the description, is www.papagoinc.com. Looking around in the box here, what's included is the GoSafe 118 camera, the 8 gig micro SD card that they include with an adapter for it. They do have a mount for it that is a sticker mount, so you'll take off the 3M tape. We've actually taken it off and reapplied it so that it's not permanent per se. You get a car charger, which is your 12-volt car charger with a mini USB connection, not a micro USB connection, just to note that. Quick start guide and a warranty card. It's got a 2-inch LCD screen. It does have G-sensor, so if you were to get into an incident or some sort of accident and something hits your car, it will lock the file that is active at that time, so it won't get overwritten by this cycled recording. There are some other things that you can do, 24/7 surveillance if you get a Papago hardwire cable. Again, you can do motion detection with the hardwire cable, and it is GPS ready as well. You would have to buy a GPS antenna to put with this guy. So let's bust open the box. We'll show you what comes inside. Here is the camera itself. As you can see, it's nice and compact. It's got that 2-inch LCD there. You've got some buttons on here. You've got a dedicated recording button. You've got some up and down navigation buttons and an OK button for the menus. You have your power button here on the left-hand side. You have a reset button. You've got an LED indicator for when it's getting power and recording. Up at the top here, you do have a plug-in for your GPS antenna if you do get one, your mini USB input for your power, your micro SD card slot here. It will take up to 32 gigs, and your AV out if you want to do an AV out directly. They don't give you an AV cord, but you can do it directly out of the unit if you wish to. You can also hook this guy up via USB to your computer and browse files off of that way, or use it as a PC camera as well. Let me get into the rest of the box here. They do give you, again, here is your 12-volt adapter. It's really long for a good install. You can run this pretty much anywhere you want, and you do have that mini USB style plug here. They do give you an ADATA 8 gigabyte class 10 micro SD card with an adapter, which is awesome. And here is the mount. You can mount this guy to your windshield by just removing this 3M tape, and it's got some adhesive on there. We put it on ours, and then we took it back off again, and we put the 3M tape back on it, and we've done it a couple times, and it still hasn't lost any of its effectiveness, so it should be good to go if you don't want it there permanently. Again, this mount kind of fits for this camera, so it's probably not going to work with any other mounts, especially where, now if this slot was on the top, you may be able to get away with using some other mounts, but you're kind of stuck with this mount that comes with this camera just because of the placement of the slot on the front. So just to note that. You do get a warranty card here. They do warranty you for 12 months from the date of the original purchase, so that's awesome that they do that. They do give you their telephone number and email contact if you need any support or anything. They have that right here on the warranty card. Now they do also give you a rather large user guide here. It's written in a bunch of different languages, so it's not just that, just English or anything like that, but this is for the GoSafe 118, of course. They will tell you, they give you some estimates. 8 gigabytes will do 140 minutes, 16 gigabytes will do 280 minutes, and 32 gigabytes will do 560 minutes before it starts to rewrite older files. So you can give you an idea of how long you can actually record, depending on how large of an SD card you have. And I'll go over a couple of these things when we turn on the device. I'm going to do that real quick for you. Again, the LED indicator that I told you is on the side of the unit. Green, it's on and not recording, and when it's flashing green, it is recording, so you know that it is actively recording by just looking at the LED. You've got the other buttons here that are all navigation, but this is you can enter emergency mode for the recording. This will lock the file. Long press device will take a snapshot. If you press the long down and then up, it will enter a playlist in recording mode. And they do different things in playlist and setting and replay mode as well. I will leave this up, and if you want to snapshot this or pause it, you guys can check it out yourself. Here we go. We've got resolutions. You do have your default 720p, 1280 by 720, and a VGA 640 by 480 if you wish. Loop recording includes options for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 10 minutes for each segment. Setting date and time, enable or disable the date stamp, record audio, beep sounds. You have your exposure values. When we did our test, we left it on 0. And all of these things I can show you really quickly in the device itself. So what we're going to do is we're just going to power this guy on. We happen to have it ready to be powered on so that you can see that. Okay, so now we're here and it is powering on. You'll get this no SD card here, and then we'll hit OK. This is your main screen, and as you can see, the screen's not so bad. You do lose a little bit of clarity when you go at extreme angles, but not so bad. And that really has nothing to do with the actual recording. The recording that we got off of it was actually really good. We have a daytime recording we'll play at the end of this video. If we go into set, these give you all the options here in your menu: resolution, loop recording, and if you go into that, it'll be 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, and you'll hit OK to confirm each one. Your date and time to set your date and time, the date stamp if you want to use it, the microphone, whether you would like to capture sound while you're capturing video or not. The beep sound obviously is for navigating the menus here. Driving safety, you have stop and go alarm, a driver fatigue alarm, light reminder. Driver fatigue alarm is, every 2 hours it'll give you a little alarm to let you know that you've been driving for 2 hours. The light reminder is either on or off to let you know if it detects that you don't have your headlights on. The stop and go, if somebody in front of you goes, that'll allow you, it'll give you a beep to let you know if you're not looking. That way you know what's going on there. This is your EV, obviously. We left it at 0 for our testing purposes. Your frequency can be 50 or 60 hertz. Your GPS is off now. We don't have a GPS antenna for this. Your bump auto record is low sensitive, middle, or high sensitivity. So obviously that G sensor, if it's low, it's gonna lock that file and start recording a lot easier. If it was on high sensitivity or low sensitivity, high sensitivity, it would do that. Low sensitivity, it would not. I'd just leave it in the middle, to be honest. I don't want to test that one, to be honest. The TV mode is either PAL or NTSC. We're in North America, so I usually leave ours on NTSC. Language, you can pick a bunch of different languages here. You got English, and you have Chinese, and French, and Spanish, Dutch, Italian, Portuguese, and it looks like Russian there as well. You do have a screensaver that you can set for this. Motion detection on or off. You can format your SD card here as well. You do have a format. You can turn the format warning off if you want. You can set everything back to default, and then you have your version here, which is your build number of the software that's in it. So anyway, that was a quick overview. Here we're set in 720p mode. This will tell you how much you're recording, the fact that you have the microphone enabled so that you are recording sound, your date stamp here, and everything else. You can leave this Papago GoSafe 118 and the date and time stamp on if you want, or off. It's you'll see in the sample, it's not obtrusive in any way. So let us show you a sample of some daytime video in all default settings at 720p, and we'll have you guys take a look at that, and then we will come back and finish up the review. Okay, so we hope that you enjoyed that. We were very impressed with the quality at 720p. That it's a little bit on the oversaturated side. As you can see, the greens were like a little more green than they should be. But the video is very clear. It was daytime. We had no problems with the video at all on this guy at an under $100 price point. It only does do the 720p, but again, you can get a lot more time on it on your card because you're not doing 1080p, and we didn't have any problems with the quality at all. The quality was very nice. We're very impressed for the sub 100 price point of what Papago has been able to do with the GoSafe 118. So this was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. If you have any questions or comments about this guy, please leave them in the comment section below, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Please like and subscribe, and we'll check you guys out on the next video.